I hear a lot of people talking about equanimity. It's sort of a word a lot of people are using at the minute, and how they're searching for it and they just don't have it in their life. What I want to show you in this video is that you do have equanimity. You do have peace about the vast majority of things in life. You just don't know it. Okay, a lot of the journey is about uncovering where you already have something inside you and working out why you're not in that state right now. That's a much better way of approaching the problem. I always say that the journey of self-discovery or healing, we're not adding anything. It's not like learning a skill. Like if I want to learn basketball, I've got to learn to dribble, I've got to learn to shoot and pass. I'm adding things to my being. That journey of self-discovery is one of peeling back layers and working out why can't I be in that state, because it's already in here. So let's talk about that, equanimity or feeling peaceful about certain situations. So if I was to ask you now, how do you feel about the fact that Saturn has rings? You'd be like, I don't know, it's cool, I guess. It's really got nothing to do with me. Okay. What about the fact that there's a massive storm on Jupiter at the minute? Giant tornado thing happening. It's huge on Jupiter right now. Well, how do you feel about that? Don't know. Just once again, it's not of my concern. It's like, okay, well, let's bring it a bit closer. Let's say that 100 kilometers away, there's a beautiful paddock, and in that paddock, about 1 meter under the surface in the dirt, there's a worm giving birth. How do you feel about that? It's cool. It's really doesn't have anything to do with me. Exactly, doesn't have anything to do with you. Okay, let's say now you're sitting on the side of the street and you look across the street and you see a tree. It's a pretty standard looking tree across the street. Look at that tree. How do you feel about it? Like, it's a tree. It's okay? Right, okay, I haven't got really a strong opinion about that tree. What if we looked slightly to the left or right and there was a tree sort of near it, but a big tree, like massive, like one of the biggest tree you've ever seen. Looks like it's been around for hundreds and hundreds of years. Look at that tree, tell me what you think. You'd say, that's a pretty good tree. that's a grand tree. That's possibly one of the best trees that I've ever seen. Okay, right there, we're starting to get in trouble, okay? Now, it doesn't seem like it looking at a really big, cool tree, but we are starting to get into trouble. Our equanimity and our peace is about to start getting shaky, and I'll show you how. Move your gaze from this tree back to the tree you were looking at before. Tell me what you think about that tree. All of a sudden, that tree don't look so good. You're like, that's a pretty crappy tree compared to the one I was just looking at. Okay, now we're starting to get shaky. We've just started to create preference around like and dislike. Now let's say whilst we're sitting on the side of the street, a couple of people are walking on the other side of the street, and those two are giggling and whispering to each other and kind of looking in your direction. How do you feel? How's your peace? How's your equanimity now? The voice in the head starts going, are they talking about me? What are they up to over there? Are they just having a joke between themselves, or are they laughing at the way that I look? How do I look? Have I done my hair today? Is my fly undone? What the bloody hell's going on? Okay. Peace and equanimity. Very, very shaky now. Now let's say after they walk past, someone else walks past on the opposite side of the street. Your ex. Your ex is marching the other side of the street there, right? How's your peace now? How's your equanimity now? Getting very, very shaky. Now let's say you're trying to hide and sort of make sure your ex doesn't see you, but they see you, they turn in your direction and start marching across the street directly at you, and they look pissed. They look very, very, very angry. How's your peace and equanimity? It's gone. It's gone. And imagine they are right this close to your face and they are yelling at you now. They're just yelling about, I can't believe you left it this way, blah, blah, you did this, you did that, you were never, blah, blah, blah. And they're just yelling right in your face, okay? Zero peace and equanimity. We've just gone from complete peace and equanimity all the way to absolutely none, okay? We start to lose our peace and equanimity when things become personal. The truth is there's billions and billions and billions and trillions and zillions of things happening in the universe right now that you are completely equanimous and peaceful about, okay? The vast majority of things you are, and we just figured that out. As things start to get personal, that starts to go. Why is that? because we're placing so much importance on the little sliver of reality that we're watching that we think we have some sort of actual control over it. We don't. We have absolutely no control of what's unfolding in front of us. We think we do, but let me tell you, we don't. There's so much going on that we can't even explain yet with science. Even the stuff we can explain is too insane to even think about. That to think that we have control over it is just absolutely crazy. The only thing that we have control over and need to work with, not is anything happening out here, but our own mental and emotional reactions to what's happening. I've said this before on videos, life will show us where we're blocked. Life will show us why we are not equanimous and peaceful. It will show us that because when something happens that we can see that doesn't conform with set ideas of how we think reality should be, we will get disturbed inside. The idea then isn't to hide from the ex so they never see me, or if I see them at a shopping center, turn away so I don't have to bump into them. Work on why you have an emotional reaction with your ex. Because a lot of people split up, right? A lot of people split up, but they might as well not have split up because the arguments and shit that happened in the relationship still are on play in the mind 5, 10, 15, 20 years after the relationship ended. The more we can look and see what is disturbing us inside, the more we can unpack and work on that. And there's many different ways we can do that, which I won't get into today, but it means we're on the path of now removing more of our blockages, which will make us more and more peaceful around what's happening in life. So imagine if seeing your ex walk across the street gave you the exact same reaction as the rings of Saturn or the worm 100 kilometers away giving birth. Yeah? Complete peace, complete equanimity. Doesn't faze you, doesn't bother you. Okay? The world is going to be what the world's going to be. It's like the analogy when you go to the gym. As you start going to the gym and lifting weights, the weights don't get any lighter. You get stronger. So I implore you, get stronger mentally, emotionally, do the work and become more peaceful because it's always in here. It always has been. Much love. Peace out.